Rigobert Song, former captain of the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, has been relieved of his job. And one man to help us break down everything that has happened so far is Simon Lyonga. Simon Lyonga is the sports editor of Cameroon Radio and TV. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show, Simon.
Hello, Baba. How are you? Welcome to Cameroon. And,
you welcome to Nigeria.
I don't want to bite my tongue to pronounce the name of your co-panelist. Nwachuku, I think I'll end there.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much, Simon. So tell us what happened today. But to be honest, you did call this a few weeks ago during the Africa Cup of Nations that we might see the end of the road for Rigobert Song, and that has happened. So what led to the Minister of Youth and Sports in Cameroon pulling the trigger on Rigobert Song's time as the coach of the Indomitable Lions?
Yes, we have to first of all know that Rigobert Song's contract was supposed to end today because the contract he signed with the FA ran right up to the 28th of February. And so people were afraid to maybe terminate his contract before the 28th, not to go back to the problems that we had with our former coach, Toni Conceicao, whose contract was terminated, and he took Cameroon to court. And today he is claiming over 1 billion CFA francs, that is close to 1,000 euros, or let's say, 100,000 euros from Cameroon. So they wanted the contract of Rigobert Song to end. Then there was a dramatic show yesterday at the Prime Minister's office out here in Cameroon, during which Rigobert Song, Samuel Eto'o, and other top FA officials and officials of the national team were convened. And one of the resolutions that came out, even though it is not official, we have sources who were present and who told us that the government of Cameroon has decided to withdraw the administrative management of the national team from Fecafoot and taking it back to the government. This is because there have been so many problems. The president of Fecafoot always at loggerheads with the Minister of Sports. No respect.
Simon, sorry, Simon, trouble. Let me stop you here. If I do get you correctly, you're basically saying that the government of Cameroon have withdrawn administrative powers from Fecafoot and taken it back to the government. Isn't that, does that constitute government interference under FIFA statutes? That means that Cameroon could likely face a ban.
There is a thin line between interference and intervention. There is interference from the government. I like you, my friend. Yes, there is interference from the government, which is not accepted by FIFA. We all know that. Okay. But there is also intervention by government, which is accepted by FIFA. Because FIFA knows that, especially in Africa, most of the national teams are controlled by the countries, because it's the countries or the governments that pay appearance fees, they pay bonuses to players, they pay bonuses. Yes. For Cameroon, for example, Rigobert Song was paid by the government. It is the government that pays Rigobert Song's benefits and salaries. So the government has a say in all what is going on with the national team. Remember, before we went to Qatar for the World Cup, it's the government that gave money for the team to prepare before the FIFA money comes, and it's the government that produces money for bonuses of players. Same with what happens in Cote d'Ivoire. Unfortunately, the two partners have been at loggerheads. There has been trouble between Fecafoot and the government of Cameroon. So yesterday they called the FA officials at the level of the Prime Minister's office of Cameroon, and they told them, hey, gentlemen, we are going to withdraw administrative management of their team from you. And that is exactly what happened. So today, immediately the minister published his decision, because he sent a couple of letters to the coach, the assistant coaches, the goalkeeper trainer, the physiotherapist, the video analyst. They sent a couple of letters to all of them, telling them that their contract will not be renewed. That is a very polite way of saying you have been sacked.
Clean sweep of the entire.
It was a clean sweep. So, immediately after that, the FA also sent a press release to us, saying that they have fired the coach and they have fired all members of the technical staff. So you see, the war still continues, but we know the FA is trying to save face, because we all saw it coming from afar that Rigobert Song was going to be sacked. Not only because of the poor results, but because he has been a poor performer since. Remember, he played 23 games for Cameroon. He won just 6 matches. Wow. And amongst the games that he has been winning, Rigobert Song has never won a match against any of the first 10 teams on the pecking order in Africa, except the game in Blida against Algeria that qualified Cameroon for the World Cup. And there, people are saying it is because he played with a team led by Conceicao, because that match was played just a few days after he was brought in and Conceicao was fired. But since he came in, he has been winning games against Burundi. I have nothing against those countries, but when it comes to football, those are minors in Africa. So he's been winning games against Burundi, against teams like the Mauritius Island. But whenever it comes to big games, he has always been absent.
Big games like Nigeria. I'm just saying. but Simon, there are those who say that now that Rigobert has gone, that Samuel Eto'o should follow suit, since he was the FA president who hired him, and also Cameroon hasn't done well under his stewardship, that he should also resign as well. But I do recall he offered to resign, asked the entire FA board to join him in resigning, but they refused his resignation and stayed in place. So what happens now?
Everybody knows in Cameroon that was a smokescreen. You cannot come back from an AFCON. All serious countries that came out from the AFCON have held executive committee meetings to look at where they faltered and where they worked well. Our own came back from AFCON only for Samuel Eto'o to say, okay, I want to resign, and the executive committee members refused that I should not resign. And mind you, if Samuel Eto'o said, I want to resign, they would have let him go. But when he discovered that they were about letting him go, what did he do? He told the executive committee members that you should not forget that as I am going, all of you will have to also resign. So I'm going to make public a decision to say I've resigned, and all of you have resigned. That's when the guy said, hey, no, we can't go. If you want to go, you go alone. But if we are going together, then you have to stay. That's how they all stayed. So it was just a smoke screen that they made to put powder in the eyes of Cameroonians and make it look as if something serious came out of it. Nothing serious came out of it. And that's what angered the government more. And they decided to take the measures that I was telling you a while ago.
Okay, Simon, very quickly, I know you have to go. It's been a long day for you being a sports editor of Cameroon Radio and TV. Finally, who are the possible candidates to replace Rigobert Song? A small bird did tell me that you've been casting, do I say, eyes at a certain Portuguese manager of a West African country. I'm not going to name names. His contract's also up for renewal as well. Who are the possible candidates to replace Rigobert Song?
I see you talking about Pesero and
I didn't
Nigeria.
say Pesero, you did.
I can read your mind, my good friend. Anyway, I followed an interview today that Samuel Eto'o did with TV5 in France that has just been published today, in which he's saying they're no more going for any local coach, any national. He said they are going to go international. And they asked him, is the international coach, going to come from Africa or from Europe? And he refused to say anything. Now, he has to make a short list of three coaches sent to the presidency of the Republic, and it's the presidency that will decide on who to choose as coach for Cameroon. But I see him already going for France, because he was asked if he is looking towards Hervé Renard, and the answer he said, he neither said yes nor no. The answer he gave was, if Hervé Renard is going to be, we are going to see if Hervé Renard is going to be interested in coaching Cameroon, which means that is a possible
likely candidate. Yes.
Let's just wait and see. It's a drama that's not going to be to last for long, because the team that has been set up, the intergovernmental team, and including the FA that has been set up, has been given right up to the end of March this year to produce a new coach. So it's going to take at most 1 month for that coach to come on.
Okay, Simon Liyonga, mind reader from Cameroon, sports editor of Cameroon Radio and TV. Thank you so much for your time, my friend. I will be keeping a close eye on the drama that is unfolding in Fecafoot. Thank you so much, Simon.
Thanks so much. Just like we keep a close eye this way also on the Pasero. The moment you guys say you upload him, we are going to unload him.
Thank you very much, Simon. It's an absolute pleasure having you on the show. We'll see you some other time.